What's up guys, Sub-Zeric here, back for another VOD review. Today we're doing another Rainplosion VOD review. She's got her Twitch chat up here because, like I talked about in the last VOD, she was the best performer overall in the final day of Kai's Project PBE Major Tournament, which was a crazy stacked final lobby, as you can see on the right. Crazy names in this lobby. But yeah, I wanted to watch more of Rain play. She played really well across the course of the day, and she got to play an Augment in this game. This is the first game that is pretty incredible. It's one that I want to yap about a bit because I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if this Augment ends up actually getting released as is. To pick up the Wukong plus the Swain here, it looks like we're looking to sell this Wukong to pick up pairs, maybe? No? Okay, she's going to hold on to the Wukong. Wukong's a unit that I'm interested in, sort of like seeing how Rain decides to evaluate and play around, because the statistics suggest that Wukong kind of sucks. Some people are Wukong believers, some people are Wukong, whatever an anti-believer is. So yeah, interested to see what Rain decides to do. But yeah, as first augment, Rain gets this augment that is called Flexible. If you haven't got a chance to play this yet, you get a random emblem, and at the start of every stage, you get another random emblem, and then your team gains 25 HP for each emblem your team is holding. So it's HP for your team, and it's an emblem at the start of every stage, which is, it's just kind of insane, and you'll begin to see how insane it is throughout the course of the game. So first emblem here, we get Sugarcraft emblem, which is huge to get early. You can see Rain wants to fit Sugarcraft in here, plus the Shapeshifter opener, and she's going to opt to level here just for a random Ari here, which is kind of like, whatever. Trying to figure out where the Sugarcraft emblem is going to go. I don't think it matters like an insane amount, but she's going to throw it. I mean, it does give 80 in AP, so I guess she wants a little bit of extra stats onto this Swain here, and yeah, she's going to slam the Gargoyle to start getting Sugarcraft stacks. So a few things to note. One, Sugarcraft emblem, probably one of the better emblems that you can get at the start of the game, just because you want to get that Sugarcraft stacking, and as I've talked about in previous VODs, yeah, stacking Sugarcraft early and often is very good, and the Sugarcraft emblem allows you to play towards 6 Sugarcraft late game, which is really big. The other thing is that this Flexible augment, you saw that Rain played the Ari there, and Ari gives me a little off-ramp to yap about what is so insane about this Flexible augment. And ooh, we're already thinking about building the board out. Which is that if you can get to an Arcana emblem, which we may get to this game, we may not, we'll see. But if you can get to an Arcana emblem, there is insane value in having extra emblems. If you guys haven't paired Arcana with the emblem, what that does is it gives your team a damage boost for every emblem you have, and the numbers are pretty crazy. So we'll see once again if we end up getting there. Right now, Rain's building out a pretty standard Sugarcraft board. I think usually people play, oftentimes you'll see like a Katarina on this board, but it looks like she's playing a version where she plays around Fiora as the warrior instead. And yeah, I mean, it's there's a lot of different things that you can do with Sugarcraft, but usually it involves getting a solid warrior, either Katarina or Fiora in. You can oftentimes get Fairy in with the Rakan, who fits in very well as Preserver. Itemization-wise, there is a spat that we're going to pick up here. Rain picks this up interestingly I guess her idea is that, like, more spats with Flexible, it can't be too bad, especially with that idea of especially Arcana later. It could also end up becoming like a Sugarcraft spat, and then we could play for more Sugarcraft later. So yeah, I don't... yeah, Rain here, I think, is really just trying to figure out what she wants to do with the spatula here. Has to slam it on a unit right now to get the value for Sugarcraft. But yeah, I mean, it could be a super early 6 Sugarcraft with double Sugarcraft emblems. That does also allow you to cut the Soraka later, who's usually kind of like a dead unit. Though we do need some items this game, right? Our Augment is emblems. We're thinking of making another emblem out of spat, so you just have to be a little bit careful that you don't have a million spats in a game of TFT. But yeah. We pick up a Swain pair here, which is really nice. Right now, we're just playing this Frost as our in here, which is kind of interesting. But I mean, it certainly fits decently and is really good value for our Swain here with the Gargoyle, who is what's really carrying our board. There's also the opportunity to pick up this Nico and shop, but the downside is that Rain would have to sell something here or not make gold, and I think it really makes sense to hold on to this pair and to make 20. So I guess you just can't hold the Nico, which is a little bit sad. But yeah, I mean, she's holding on to Shapeshifters. A big force that is going to sort of impact our game here is going to be what we're going to get out of the 3-1 emblem here. So once we see that, we can make more of a defined game plan. Certainly seems like Rain wants to play towards 6 Sugarcraft this game because, I mean, it's one of the best traits to play around, so I think that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, we'll see what this one is, and also check out all these items. Wow, 5 components here, so a lot of options out of the spat, and we get multi-striker here, so a little kind of hard to fit here, actually. I don't like, there's no real synergy between multi-striker and Sugarcraft. We are just going to slam this extra Sugarcraft emblem here. Still, we don't actually even have 4. And then I guess the idea would be we'd start making items that are going to potentially go on Gwen later. You could see something like a, I mean, maybe it's JG. Ooh, Redemption JG. Okay, then hold on to the rod. I was thinking perhaps like a Hodge, but I guess the idea is that Redemption is too solid of a slam in this situation. We have that Giant's Belt open, and so Redemption to finish out is really, really good. And then, you know, it can be like JG, I don't know, Spark, Gunblade down the line. Okay, so a few options here. We have Trait Tracker, which would be crazy. The first time you activate 7 non-unique traits for 1 comment, you gain 5 random emblems. The problem is we're pretty far from that. People have put out, actually, I think I reposted a tweet about like what the easiest board to play Trade Tracker is with. Maybe I can actually, I think I bookmarked it. So let me see if I can actually pull that up. I hope I did. If not, I might have. No, I bookmarked a different thing. Trait Tracker, TFT, Twitter. Let me see. I think I can find it pretty quickly if I'm a beast. Oh, look, Water Park Tactics. TFTguides.gg, easy. Okay, perfect. Here's the board. Yeah, so 7 units, 7 traits. So yeah, this is just for your own records. If you want to know what board fits Trait Tracker in really, really easily, it is this board where, yeah, I mean, a lot of multi-trait units, and you get to 7 pretty quickly. So this is something where if you take Trait Tracker 2-1, you can hold on to a lot of these like portal units. You know, the downside is that you have to find 3 costs and some 2 costs, but you can certainly roll on 7 for it. And you know, obviously 5 emblems is good. So it's something to think about. I do like something like Big Crab Bag a lot better in this situation because it's more items for Sugarcraft. It allows us to slam more stuff. And ooh, I kind of love this from Rain. The roll, and wow, this is a deep roll here. Another roll. Wow. This is craziness to me, but I mean, I think it makes a good amount of sense, right? She's going to opt to build that Spark like we talked about, good item. And even going to go for the JG onto the Shyvana too and carry it there. And look, she's looking at with this Reforger on Reforging multi-striker here. She gets Chrono here, which is actually fantastic. And then she's going to make Hodge. Wow. I love how these items ended up. I love the roll down actually with the Swain pair there and the Shyvana pair. And I mean, at first she was looking for the Rumble, but now she has Rumble pair. There's so much to roll for in that situation. And I love the Reforge of that multi-striker because, like I said, it's so awkward to get in. Now we get Chrono, and we want to put the Zillion on our board for basically the entire game because he's a Preserver, and that's going to fit really well with the Sugarcraft with Bard. So I love this. And the roll for 4 sugar with the extra items from Item Grab Bag. I mean, I don't know. The game is coming together beautifully. And then really cool itemization, the Spark JG, the Carry Shyvana, which is also something that you don't see every day. I think, you know, like a lot of people are thinking of Shyvana more as like a tanky shapeshifter type unit, but the Carry Shyvana, and then also the items that are, you know, going to be so good on Gwen. All right, itemization wise at this point, that is a Rumble 2 with Chain Vest. So maybe you do end up taking that. I was looking at, yeah. I actually like this better, like a Rod for potential like Gwynsu onto Jinx, because I would like to build out some Jinx items if we're going to play towards 6 Sugarcraft. Interesting pickup there of the 3 rolls. I was thinking about that because I guess you pay for the rolls and then you pay like probably 1 gold this round for not making Econ, unless you're going to sell the Zillion, which I don't think makes sense. So yeah, you kind of pay 2 gold for that, but you are getting 2 free rerolls, which is, you know, 4 gold of value. With the changes to rerolls now, these are going to last forever, so we can just save these for a level 7 or level 8 roll down. It's not clear yet if Rain wants to play like a fast 7 like reroll type setup, or if she wants to play more fast 8 type stuff. I would imagine we're going more for fast 8 at this point. Ooh, also the Olaf, yeah, this could be a nice just way to shift over Chrono Emblem. The only downside is you lose out on Vanguard on your board. But hey, I mean, I could see holding on to it at least. Maybe even, I don't know. I mean, I guess we don't have Rumble 2, right? Because we didn't take the Chain Vest off Carousel, so we'll see, I guess, what our situation ends up being. But I wonder how big of a deal Vanguard actually is on this board. But I mean, certainly seems like Rain thinks. I mean, also Olaf is kind of a not great unit, so I think that's partially part of it as well. That Rain just doesn't have the faith that Olaf is gonna like hard carry from this position, which I think makes a lot of sense. But yeah, I mean, we're still holding on to these swains here, which is smart. Once again, remember, we're gonna get one more emblem in this situation at the beginning of the stage, so gotta consider that. A bunch of gold here and a jinx as well is really, really nice. And we get the hunter emblem, which is actually fantastic. Ooh, and we pick up Camille on this roll down. We're really looking for the 6 sugarcraft here, I would imagine is the biggest takeaway for Rain here, but hunter emblem's great. We can still fit in this chrono here. Oh, actually, we do have the 6. We picked up a bard. So we have 6 already. So yeah, you don't even need to continue rolling then. Hunter emblem, wow, I love hunter emblem here. And then QSS, I think pretty reasonable slam, keeps the rod open for Gwynsu for Jinx, and then also is just a great item onto Camille. So wow, I love this roll down. It's really, really very efficient, right? This is not an overroll by any sense of the word. Another Hunter Crest I'm not the biggest fan of. I really like Hunter Emblem because it allows us to just play 2 Hunter really easily and not have to worry about playing more, because I feel like a lot of the Hunter units suck. So I wouldn't ideally take this. I think I would take you out my sword if I had my choice. 3 is a crowd. I mean, 1, 2, 3 is our current value. It's not bad. We're always going to be playing 2. I could see it, actually. I don't actually hate it. We have a little bit of HP already from our flexible augment, so I don't know. Maybe not insane. Oh, item collector, I think, is just the easy pickup here. This is good, but I mean, look at how many items that we have here with all the extra emblems. I feel like it's just an easy item collector. It's so much stats. I would have to imagine, but yeah, and we do end up taking the item collector. I like it. All right. I really do like that roll down from Rain, because it stabilized our board so much. And like, you know, obviously we hit the Camille, which is high roll, certainly. But even if we hadn't hit the Camille, we could be playing a similar board with just Zillion in. He'd be Preserver, and then we have the items that Camille's holding on a different to carry. Maybe we'd end up keeping the Olaf in. But I like that roll down because Rain does kind of have to sack a couple more rounds. She can't really go 8 and roll here. We have no gold. We're actually kind of broke this game because we rolled a little bit earlier, and because we didn't have that much of a strong early game, like an easy win streak or anything like that. So we do kind of have to sack at least one more round here, then go 8 next round, if not even sacking more rounds than that. But the problem is, if we sack past 4-5, I think we're going to start to get too low. So I imagine we have to level and roll a bit. But I really like how Rain has played the entire early game out. It's been a really, really just sort of slowly building up upon your board, which I think is one of the best ways to play TFT, not, you know, trying to full pivot into anything. She's got this Swain with items, so we keep the Swain with items. But yeah, I have to imagine, at this amount of HP, I have to imagine that we're going to level next round and roll a bit, I would think. But hey, we'll see. We got this rod open. She did end up actually slamming on Bard, so she's not so interested in itemizing Jinx. She'd rather itemize Bard, which is interesting to me, I guess, unless she ends up, I mean, maybe this is just, you know, okay, she does end up taking Gwynsu here. I wonder what the idea was behind putting the rod on Bard. Maybe it was a mistake, because I would think if we're making Gwynsu, I mean, maybe we're not making Gwynsu is the idea, but hey, okay. We get to our first big sugarcraft cash out here. There's Gwen, so we have 7 sugar in for now. We can cut the Soraka here for just something else. Could end up just being, yeah, the Fiora looks pretty good with Witchcraft. Yeah, this actually fits in beautifully here. And then we can put these items onto Gwen. Sadly, a little bit, this Hodge ended up onto the Camille. I mean, it was a great slam in the moment, but it does feel bad that we can't Hodge our Gwen, because we would love that as the last item. But a nice little roll down there. Figured out a really nice board, figuring that she can get in the units that she was already thinking about getting in, right? Also sad that there's no 8 Sugarcraft that we can't play for this game, because that would be really, really sick. You know, some 8 Sugarcraft giant cake type thing. But yeah, I think the continued roll down here is absolutely worth it. The Gunblade also as a slam, I love, because this Hodge is onto the Camille, we kind of need to look for last healing item onto Gwen, and I think Gunblade makes perfect sense there. I guess the only thing Rain's thinking about here is where does the bow go? I like it on Jinx. Yeah, I think this makes perfect sense. It's not necessarily the Gwynsu on Jinx, but it might could end up being a red buff as well. Because do we have heal cut? I don't believe we do. We do have the spark for shred. No, it is called shred. I was gonna call it thunder, but it is called shred actually. And yes, letting the Soraka here. Why not, right? We don't need to play Soraka this game. So yeah, 35 HP. Another man, look at the components we have. We have so many components off flexible with Sugarcraft. This combination is just disgusting. We are getting so much value. Also, she does end up getting the Golden Remover here, which does allow us to potentially, I would look at moving the Gunblade over to Camille and swapping the Hodge over, just because the crit is more efficient on a unit with JG, but I guess we'll see. Rolling down a bit here. My question is just, how do you fit this stuff on the board? Do you end up cutting Swain at this point? I don't know. We'll see. But I think Rain is just, yeah, you do end up cutting Swain, move the items. She used the remover, and then I was like, well, I don't really need to use the remover. She got Arcana emblem as well, by the way. I didn't actually know that she got that, but I was just talking about it as a possibility. But I know that this game went pretty well, so I think it's reasonable to assume that something good would happen. Arcana emblem, like I talked about, insane, but she needs to fit in Arcana here, which is the thing. Any Arcana will do, because she just wants to pair with the Arcana emblem, but we need to get an Arcana in. I think, is she going to roll here and try to get Arcana in? Because you could, like, a lot of these units fit really, really nicely on the board. So I'm curious actually to see what the idea is here. She ended up, she does end up fitting Arcana in here. Wait, what did she, how did she fit Arcana in here? We had 6 Sugarcraft on the board. What did she cut here? She moved BT here, right? Oh, she took Phantom Emblem to get a temporary emblem here so that she get Arcana in for 1 round. Well, that's funny, but that still doesn't really fix our issue. I mean, that's just a temporary emblem, but I really want her to hover over Arcana here so we can see what the damage amp looks like. And yeah, this is... So yeah, she is going to keep that there. She's going to move the Hunter Emblem to a different unit. I like this a lot as well, because Hunter Emblem, it's really not doing that much onto the Camille. But yeah, we have, I mean, at this point, so many emblems. I really just want her to hover over that emblem here. Unless, wait, she paired with the emblem, right? Oh, no, she just hovered Sugarcraft there for a second. Yeah, she did pair with the emblem, okay. Okay, and she is looking at getting Tahm Kench in. Yeah, it's just... Okay, so this is the idea. What did we got out of Nico there, it looked like? Yeah, so the idea is we're going to cut Nico at this point. Yeah, I mean, I do think the value of Arcana on this board is so insane. The question is, what do you cut versus like Fiora or Nico? I think Rakan 2 at this point cannot really be cut. But yeah, I do think this makes sense. Yeah, I love it. I wanted to hover Arcana because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 emblems here. Oh, there it is. Wait, she hovered it for a second and then went away from it. Okay, so she's getting 21% damage amp on her entire team. Wow, they actually, I mean, it really starts to go crazy as you get more. But 21% damage amp on your entire team is fantastic. But obviously, like, as you continue to go up the Arcana ladder, you get even more and more and more. I'm pretty sure this was even more broken, by the way, before one of the most recent patches. I know I had a game where I had like 70% damage amp or something like that. Though maybe it was just late game and I had like 5 Arcana or something. But still, you can see 20% damage amp, especially for just a 2-piece, right? Our emblem that we got at stage 5 for free, essentially, is 20% damage amp. Also, Camille 2 off carousel, Chef's Kiss, very nice. And it's the Guinsu for the Jinx. I mean, what more could you ask for? And we're about to get another cash out. I'm honestly, I will apologize for the number of Sugarcraft games that I've reviewed, but I mean, this trait's very good. It might even get nerfed. We'll see. Before release, we'll have to find out. Love this switch in the itemization. Spark is the most support item out of all of these, so we can just throw that onto Rakan, and then we can put Gwen, just, you know, full carry items on Gwen. I think Rain's itemization in this game has been beautiful. I feel like every single item has been put in the right spot. Even that Gunblade instead of the Guinsu stem is so smart to guarantee that you get the healing onto the Gwen, as opposed to just making a Guinsu on a random Jinx. I think so smart. And yeah, I love this. Just like I was talking about, you can get out of the Fiora. You don't really need Fiora that much, and 3 Arcana is another level up. Let's go back and actually look at what that damage amp was real quick, just for, yeah, 34% damage amp on the entire team, man. It's just so nutty. So yeah, I think that makes perfect sense. And you can also note that at stage 6, we're getting another emblem, baby. We are getting 1 more emblem. That's gonna be more damage amp for the entire board. Hey, maybe if Mortdog's crazy, it's an Arcana emblem. I imagine you can't get that. Also, of course, we are continuing to cash out. We get a Radiant item here. I mean, yeah, this is, if there was ever a game where for us to yap about Sugarcraft. I mean, I've very often been on the Sugarcraft apologist tour. What do we get here, by the way? Oh, the multi-striker returns. You can theoretically, yeah, you actually just already have this in here. It's actually really good, and you just throw it onto Jinx here because you have the Camille and the Hecarim here. This is awesome. Yeah, this is perfect. And the Thief's Gloves here with the golden remover so that we can move that around every single round. Beautiful. Just chef's kiss. Every bit of this game has been so... it's no wonder why Rain did so well in this tournament. I feel like she played this game out so cleanly, and it's a very confusing game to play with all of these emblems and stuff. Certainly her spot is very good, but I feel like she's just played it perfectly. But yeah, I think the sort of thing that I was also thinking about in this situation, I mean, multi-striker fits so well. We're also going for the big Sugarcraft cash out. But yeah, like, Sugarcraft, in my opinion, a lot of the Sugarcraft stuff that we've been seeing pop off is with, like, the really strong Sugarcraft augments. This flexible augment is obviously insanely strong. Some people are saying, like, this should just be prismatic for the augment that you get, 5 emblems across the course of the game. Really, yeah, so, like, perhaps maybe this augment should be nerfed. I think that's pretty reasonable. But, you know, like, and then the other one was with, like, we've also seen insane spots with, like, prismatic Sugarcraft augment. So, like, I think it all kind of makes sense. But, you know, will we see Sugarcraft nerfed? I mean, the answer, as we see another cake spitting out treats, just killing the entire board, I think the answer is we might see it nerfed. But in any case, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. It was an insane game with one of the most broken augments in the game, I would say. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!